From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As part of our continuing investigation into the Sushant Singh Rajput murder case, we will also have to focus on who murdered Disha. Viewers, Disha was killed and Sushant knew that Disha was murdered. This is not my surmise, not my conjecture. This is an on the record, and I repeat, an on the record version of a close friend of Sushant, a key eyewitness in this case, who spoke to Sushant after Disha died. I have the conversation, we have it on record, we know the details. These are the kind of things the Mumbai police is trying to hide. They will fail. In any case, let me not waste time on the incompetent and misguiding Mumbai police. Sushant told his friend that Disha's death was like Jia Khan's death. He also said, and I repeat, what happened to Jia Khan was exactly what happened to Disha Salian. All this information was with Sushant. And viewers, I will throw these facts straight at those people who are trying to push this lie of depression leading to suicide. I will throw this back at them. Viewers, in my hands now, this is in my hands, the provisional death certificate of Disha Salian. Viewers, I want to tell everyone, including the Mumbai police, I have multiple copies of it. So you can't hide this anymore. This, and there's a reason I'm putting it on air today. I'm saying that I'm in the possession of this document. This mentions multiple injuries to Disha Salian, including head injuries and other injuries. I'm putting this on record today. I'm sharing it with you in the public domain because there is an apprehension, a fear that many share, that as Republic puts out these facts, tomorrow there may be an attempt, and probably will be, to manipulate the post-mortem report of Disha Salian. There may be an attempt to pressurize, to change the details of what happened to Disha. I'm putting this out today so that that becomes a little bit more difficult for them, if not impossible. This death certificate also says that swabs have been taken. I'm putting out the death certificate details here because we will not let that happen. And if it does, viewers, you and I, all of us together, we will challenge it. My dear viewers, this is the most ghastly cover-up that India has seen. I promise to you, Republic will bring out all the culprits, all the connections, all the wrongdoings. Even without being named directly, some people are coming out and giving statements and clarifying and saying they could never do anything wrong, etc., etc. I wonder why. Don't you wonder why? I wonder why. But as I said yesterday, truth has no jurisdiction or boundary. And today we pray. The Supreme Court is hearing the matter tomorrow. We pray and we hope and we are sure that the Supreme Court of India will also agree with us that truth has no jurisdiction. That the Supreme Court of India asks the questions that we are asking and upholds our truth. And our national quest for truth will see one more victory tomorrow, viewers. We hope and we pray. We watch what happens in the Supreme Court. We have big debates and a lot of evidence before you today. A lot of evidence, viewers. I have come to you with one of the final clinchers on hashtag Who Killed Sushant, on hashtag Who Killed Sushant. As I bring to you more and more evidence in the matter, the Chief Minister of Bihar has officially recommended a CBI probe. I also have got the notification of that. That is also with me. So, yes, we are beginning to win. And all this and more is coming up, viewers. And we have a lot more. And here are the headlines. That this Tuesday evening, the 4th of August, on The Debate Tonight. Final clincher in the case. Sushant's close friend reveals he knew Disha was murdered, that Sushant knew that Disha was murdered. Friend reveals that Sushant made Jia Khan comparison to Disha. Was set to reveal all the details before the media. Republic Network is now hot on the pursuit of Samuel Miranda. He has been missing since the 14th of June. And viewers, as we continue our coverage a day ahead of the Supreme Court fireworks, Nitish Kumar recommends a CBI probe into Sushant's suspicious death. All this as Rhea Chakrabarti does a complete U-turn, a 180-degree U-turn by Rhea Chakrabarti. She uses jurisdiction, joins hands with the Mumbai police, says, I will not allow a CBI investigation. That's what Rhea says now. And viewers, Ayodhya gears up for the historic groundbreaking ceremony for a grand Bhavya Ram Mandir. The Prime Minister will lay the first brick tomorrow. And ladies and gentlemen, last week we asked for the possible link between the Disha Salian murder and Sushant Singh Rajput's murder. We asked for the link between the two murders to be investigated. Tonight I come to you with a big clincher. Sushant's friend, who spoke to him, has come on record only on the Republic Network and given full details of his last 22-minute conversation with Sushant that has completely debunked, demolished, and destroyed the suicide theory. Here are the clips, and then we debate.
Unfortunately, what happened on the 9th with Disha Salian had upset Sushant quite a lot. Quite a lot means suddenly he got very scared, and continuously he was telling me that ab mujhe nahi chhodenge, ab ye mere piche pad jayenge. I don't know who he was mentioning about, Arnab. He was very, very anxious, but he was not depressed.
We at Republic have been raising questions on the possible Disha link to Sushant's death. Republic has now accessed the ultimate clincher. Sushant's friend, who last spoke to him on June 9th, a day after Disha's death and 5 days before Sushant's death, is giving out details of his 22-minute conversation.
Okay. Shravan, I am not a very keen Bollywood person. So, all that I know is from newspapers or from the internet. But there are some words or instances where we can immediately connect. So, if someone mentions something very prominent, I can immediately connect. So, when Sushant said, do you remember Jia Khan case? I said, yes, I definitely do remember Jia Khan case. So, he said, that's exactly what's happening with Disha.
Can you tell me something? Did he say anything with regards to, getting justice for Disha? Was he speak about?
He was about to. In the morning that when I informed, he was about to. This guy Sandeep, I have no idea who he is, but constantly I think Sandeep was one person that Sushant confided the most, because he used to mention Sandeep like 1,000 times that I've already spoken to Sandeep and I've already spoken to Sandeep. I've already spoken about this to Sandeep. So Sandeep was someone that was informed duly by Sushant on record. Sushant had mentioned his name like 50 times in that span of conversation of 22 minutes. So definitely Sandeep knows a lot of things. This Sandeep is a very mysterious character. He he's only one-way communication. I never heard. Whenever I used to ask him, I was like, okay, what is next? Then he's like, I'm planning after the last strikes and everything. I'll bring everything I know in front of media. I'll have a press conference. I'll just blurt out everything. I don't trust anyone around.
The details given by Sushant's close friend prove that there could be a deep link between Disha and Sushant case, who died 6 days apart.
You firmly believe that there is a connection between the mysterious death of Disha and actor Sushant Singh Rajput?
I not only believe, Shravan, it's coming out of me, I don't know why, but I think both of them were murdered. Sushant knew that Disha was murdered. There was more than what meets the eye. Definitely. The kind of, the phone call and his statements. So I have no reason not to believe that it wasn't a suicide. No. It was definitely, all of this is a well-planned murder. A very high-profile murder.
A day ahead of hearing in Supreme Court, Mumbai Police's suicide narrative has been put to test.
Nobody saw him hanging except for that Buddha, who was that Pathania. And when the sister reached the home, he was already lying. And as per the post-mortem report and as per whatever has come in the media so far, he, lying down, didn't have any of the...
The police seems to have tampered with the evidence, and there are no inquest videos or evidences of that hanging of the body. And who pulled the body down? Siddharth Pithani claims?
Well, of course it has to be Siddharth Pathania, and because he was the only person at that point of time. But the distance between the fan and the bed, because there was no stool there, was such that if he uses whatever he used for the purpose of hanging, his feet was touching the bed.
With more and more evidence emerging, the question is no longer about the suicide theory. It is now about who killed Sushant. Let's debate.
And ladies and gentlemen, I have Gupteshwar Pandey, DGP of Bihar, right now on the program. You heard the friend there, Mr. Gupteshwar Pandey. The friend who spoke to Sushant right before his death is on record saying both of them were murdered. Sushant knew that Disha was murdered. There is more than meets the eye. And Sushant told his friend after Disha died, do you remember the Jia Khan case? And I do remember the Jia Khan case. And Sushant told his friend that that is exactly what happened to Disha, was exactly what happened to Jia. And you know exactly what happened to Jia. And there was a case of Jia's death which was closed, and he also said here that he was about to speak to the media. And Sushant told Sandeep everything. Sandeep Singh. Sushant told Sandeep about what had happened to Disha. Sushant confided something in Sandeep. He mentioned Sandeep 50 times in the conversation. So if somebody knew what had happened to Disha, Sushant had shared what had happened to Disha with somebody, it is Sandeep Singh. Now, very interestingly, Gupteshwarji, right after Sushant is killed, the first person, Ujjwal Nigam, the first person who suddenly lands up in the building and says, I'm the best friend of Sushant, is the same Sandeep Singh. The man just takes over the house. He goes to the ambulance, takes the body. He's also the same person, Gupteshwar Pandey, as per the conversation out there. He's the same person who Sushant told about Disha's murder. After Sushant dies, this man suddenly turns up to decide where the body should go, how to take the body, which ambulance to come in, and nobody here knows Sandeep Singh. But Sandeep Singh knows the truth and also lands up immediately when the news comes out that Sushant is dead. Gupteshwar Pandey, DGP of Bihar, what's happening here? Can I get your first reaction to all this information coming now? Gupteshwar Pandey, please.
I don't know, I'm telling you, I really salute you. I didn't know this much. For the first time, I am knowing this.
I'm sharing this with our
and I'm
investigating
telling
team
you,
has just found out.
I'm getting myself depressed. Yes, I'm telling you, Arnav, I'm getting myself depressed. What is happening? The first, the second day after the case of this incident, the next very day I called up the police commissioner of Mumbai. He didn't pick up the call. Then I sent him a message introducing myself that I am Gupteshwar Pandey, DGP Bihar. I want to speak to you regarding this suicide case of Sushant. But he didn't respond to my message also, and he has not responded. He has not called back to me till date. Then yesterday I wanted to contact the DGP also. Several times I tried his number. I left messages also, but he also didn't respond. And my additional Chief Secretary Home of Bihar, he wanted to contact and talk to his counterpart in Maharashtra, despite of his best
Have you
effort,
got the provisional certificate? Have you got the provisional death certificate of Disha Salian? Have you got it? I can give it to you. It mentions.
No, I don't have. I don't have. But what I am hearing, I just now for the first time, I am telling Arnav, there has to be a deep link between these two cases.
Absolutely.
The suspected death of Sushant and this substitute death of this lady. There is certainly a deep link, and that has to be investigated.
Ujjwal
deeply.
Nigam.
And I am very sure once this case has been taken up by the CBI, the truth must come out, and it has to come out.
Ujjwal Nigam, shall we therefore, with everyone on, shall we begin the debate by simply saying that Sushant was murdered? Is there any doubt in your mind? Rahul Narvekar, with the facts I've placed before you, is there any doubt in your mind? Let me ask today. Smita Parekh, close friend of Sushant, is with me on the program. Any doubt anybody has that Sushant was murdered? Any doubt? Do we retain any doubt today? Smita, do you have any doubt that Sushant was murdered? And Shoaib, before you try and contradict it to save God knows whom, please think about the kind of facts we have with us. Smita, let's open the debate, viewers. Smita.
Arnav, from the very first day I've been saying that this is not a suicide. This kind of a person, all his friends, thankfully, who were close to him, like Hawkip, his bodyguard, his cook, they all have confirmed that he was not a man who was depressed, first of all. So this theory of being bipolar or depressed has totally ruled out. So we will not even debate this, that he had committed suicide, which is absolutely wrong. His body and the last pictures of his body in the video are screaming on the top of their voices, Arnav. There were bruises on his left eye. There was a bruise here. Look at the condition of his right leg. Look at the condition of his t-shirt. And what happens to that green cloth with the help of which he was hanging on the so-called fan? क्या वो फैन ने 2-2.5 घंटे जितने भी घंटे वो टंगा था उसका वेट लिया होगा? According to Pitani, he just used one kitchen knife and twice he just marked on that green cloth and cut the cloth. So if it was so fragile, उसने क्या इतनी देर तक सुशांत का body weight लिया होगा? And where is that cloth? Where is that green so-called kurta or scarf or whatever it was? Where are the other forensic reports? Where is that belt which was broken over there? So these are very serious questions, Arnav. There are only two people who can answer these things. One is Pitani. I won't say that he's totally involved in this, but
I will now play another clip. I want to play clip reference number 2, producers. For everyone, I'm playing clip reference number 2, viewers. Gupteshwar ji, listen to this. Rahul Narvekar, very interesting. Ujjwal Nigam, for you as well. Viewers, in this clip, and by the way, I have done audio correction on the voice of Sushant's friend who spoke to Shawan, our senior associate editor. So the voice has been, I have deliberately changed the voice while retaining the audio, because we are concealing the identity of this very important witness, Ujjwal Nigam. You can understand witness protection in this country is very poor. but this person has gone on record. I have, since everybody is under threat in this case, we have manipulated the voice a bit. In this voice, viewers, Sushant's close friend talks about how Disha Salian had called Sushant before she died and mentioned certain big guys. Big guys. So Shoaib, listen, quote unquote, big guys, big people. Listen, here you will feel where he says,
would you like to name them?
Well, I will when the time comes. You are getting nervous? Why are you getting nervous? You're getting nervous?
No, I'm not getting nervous.
Yeah, you're looking nervous.
You need to name them.
You're looking nervous.
You're accusing all those big guys.
You're looking nervous.
No, why don't you
You
name
have
them?
someone in mind?
You please name them.
You have someone in mind?
No, you've been talking about
you have someone in mind? You're threatening me?
Guys. Why don't you name them?
You have
please?
someone in mind? You're protecting someone?
Have the guts to name
Rahul
them.
Narvekar, you first have the guts to say that he was murdered.
And who are these?
You first have the guts to say he was murdered. I have the guts to say he was murdered.
Network, and then they just vanish.
I have the guts to say he was murdered. I've been doing this investigation. Don't talk about guts. Don't talk about, yes, Sushant knew.
Please name the
Sushant knew, and he says, quote, big guys were there in the penthouse, urging her to come, which she was not interested. They persuaded. She went, and then she called Sushant, and she was crying. Disha was crying. Who were the big guys in the penthouse? What happened in the penthouse? You want to talk about guts? Show up. Silent now. Rahul?
Arnab, this is nothing short of guilty conscience tricks the mind.
With you. I'm sure you've gone through that report, which has been presented.
The fact is that this gentleman comes from the same fraternity, comes from the film industry. Instead of wanting to know and following the pursuit of getting the truth, this gentleman is trying to justify the cover-up. I am amazed. I mean, he must have probably worked with Sushant Singh Rajput at some point of time. He belongs to the same background. He belongs to the same industry. Instead of having the pursuit for the truth and for justice, he wants to support the cover-up. It's shameful, disgraceful, and the fact.
Okay, so
fact that he
Rahul
goes out and asked you to name. It's as good as some other leader
just a day before the Riyadh petition is supposed to be heard in the Supreme Court.
I am saying today, viewers, I have full faith that the Supreme Court will do its job.
I need a 1 clear minute to speak.
Shoaib, first listen to the clip.
No, just a day before Riya's petition is to be heard in the Supreme Court.
Riya's done a U-turn. What petition? She said, I want CBI. Today she's saying, I won't allow CBI.
Now,
what are you talking about?
Now, there's been a lot of changes in the statement
her petition is to be heard tomorrow.
I am playing the clip now, viewers. Here's the clip. Please listen, viewers. Clip 2.
When you say bad company,
how would you justify that by saying that he was in bad company? Did you have any idea with whom was he moving around or talking? Did he ever talk to you about any of his other friends?
Yes, he mentioned about this guy, Fund, that's his name, and also, so is a best friend of. So this guy was concerned that they can do a lot of things without anyone knowing about it. Same that happened with Jia Khan. So he mentioned Jia Khan, and that's when it hit me. Okay,
and this conversation.
Far worse.
So he came across to you as someone who was a little nervous, jittery about what really happened?
I wouldn't say nervous or jittery, but I would say anxious and very much wanting to burst, wanting to come out. He was not scared. On record, he was not scared at all.
But you would say he was deeply upset about
Disha's death. He was very much upset, and he was very much wanting to just grab hold of someone and just blurt out and do a press conference, call everyone possible, and just reveal whatever Disha had confided or Disha had communicated. Apparently, Disha had communicated to Sushant not to leave the house. You know, she was constantly telling him that she's in a party, and I don't really remember. She's in a party where again this guy persuading her to come to his penthouse. All big guys are available. She was not interested, but he persuaded her to come. She went there after some time. She again was crying, was on the phone with Sushant. This is all I know. So on 9th, because it was a sudden influx of information to me as well. So I was just being the listener, because I cannot give him any insight on Bollywood or people around. The only thing he asked me then how can you think I can fly fly internationally? When do you think this thing? I told him about only in the time to come there will be only the special flights operating, so you would have to wait. So at one point he said
he wanted to go for another training course. You are saying he was planning for a training course to Houston.
He wanted to go to Houston.
Okay, so Rahul Narvekar, in this part, if you notice, this is very, very clinching evidence. This person has spoken and he has said that Sushant wanted to burst out something. He wanted to blurt out the facts. He knew exactly what happened in the party. Disha spoke to him. Disha said, don't come out of the house. Disha told him big guys were there in the penthouse. And they were forcing her to come there. She was not interested. Then she called him. Something happened and she was crying. Rahul Narvekar, this gentleman here, Shoaib Chaudhary, talks about courage. I would want the police, I don't trust the Mumbai police at all. I would want the CBI to interrogate the people who were in that party. Call them for interrogation publicly. Publicly.
Arnab, the apt phrase for this moment is, it is not the violence of the few, but the silence of the many.
Yes.
That's bothering the entire country.
Yeah.
Please understand that the job which the Mumbai police should have done all these days is what journalists are doing.
Yeah.
It's been over 50 days that this investigation is going on. And despite that, they've not been able to reveal all these things which the media is revealing out. And this is not something which is impossible for the police to recover. If the police was acting in an unbiased manner, they could have certainly come to the conclusion and got all these evidences in time. If you look at the Lalita Kumari versus State of Bihar case, it clearly says that within 7 days, the inquiry should be complete, and if necessary, a FIR should be registered. After 50 days, the Mumbai police has not even recorded a FIR.
Shame on them!
What does this indicate?
Shame on the Mumbai police!
This indicates the mindset of the Mumbai police, the predetermined mindset of the Mumbai police, and this is being done at the behest of their political bosses.
Now they're all quiet. They listen to the clip. You listen to the clip. Sumit, Ashish, Akashdeep, remember, if you have a conscience, speak up today. If you have a conscience, 22 minutes, a man spoke to Sushant for 22 minutes, Ujjwal Nigam. You are now on the debate with Sumit Verma. And in those 22 minutes, Sushant said, I am going to bring everything before the media. The person who knew he was going to bring everything before the media, two people knew. But one of them is Sandeep Singh. Sandeep Singh knew that Sushant was going to bring everything before the media. Yes, Sumit, debate.
Arnab, my point is, who knew Sushant more than his own sister, who stayed with him for 3-4 days, till 2 days before his death, and her version has been taken note of in the complaint filed by the family to the Bihar police, which unequivocally states that it's a case of suicide. And
please don't, no. I have Smita, she's very close to the family. Smita is contradicting you. Smita.
Absolutely wrong. That's absolutely
Smita
wrong.
is also
I've been in touch with the entire family.
And in a
No, don't misquote the family. Don't misquote the family.
Her statement has yet not been taken, by the way. Her written statement has not been taken so far. She wanted to give the statement, but they have not taken anything in writing.
Police FIR states so that's unequivocally a case of suicide. Arnab, the family's complaint has been taken note of in the FIR. FIR is family's complaint. And
where is the statement? Where is the statement by Meetu in Mumbai? Tell me.
The complaint filed with family.
Where is the statement taken?
That is the FIR of the Patna police, which Patna
Absolutely
police is interrogating.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
That
They all
police FIR categorically
they have
states
written
it's a case
that
of
there
suicide.
is a foul play. They have very,
Who says
very
suicide?
FIR is
clearly
in public
written there's a
domain.
foul
Please
play.
read the contents of the FIR.
What is the date? What is the date of that? Tell me, Sumit. What is the date?
FIR is in public
What is
domain.
the
Please read
date?
the contents of the
What
FIR.
is the date?
306.
Rahul Narvekar, what is the
And it
date?
categorically states
Viewers, what
the
you are
reason
seeing
why
here is
the
an
whole
attempt to
reaction
stop the
working for
investigation
the
from
suicide.
happening. Rahul
And the
Narvekar is
second
countering you.
point.
He's trying to argue technically once again.
There is one more very important point I want to make.
What
the
the
medical
government
evidence
of
in this
Maharashtra
case
is doing
unequivocally
and what the
states
Mumbai police is doing is not only doing injustice to Sushant, his family, and to the people of this country, but they are also damaging the fundamentals of cooperative federalism, the fundamentals of cooperative statehood, the fundamentals of cooperation between states. When a DGP of a state tries to contact his counterpart and he doesn't respond, when an investigating officer of IPS cadre comes from Bihar to Mumbai, he is quarantined. When ministers, MLAs, MPs are roaming around freely, performing their duties, how can you stop an IPS officer from performing his duty and quarantining him?
Viewers,
I name you 10 MLAs, MPs and ministers in Maharashtra who've been traveling from one end to the other and have not been quarantined.
Yes, you know, I need your support, viewers.
This is because.
Okay, Shoaib, go on. Defend your Bollywood friends.
No, whatever Mr. Rahul Narvekar is saying, no, I'm not defending anyone. The whole idea is that you are not supposed to be hanging the person before the trial happens. This Maharashtra versus Mumbai police versus Bihar thing, Bihar police.
No, but will you let
it's not a thing.
Nothing more than a political gimmick.
Record a FIR? Will you even record a case?
Yes.
Why don't all these people who are coming on only appearing on Republic? All those Sushant's friends who are appearing only on Republic TV, why don't they walk up to Mumbai police and record their
What do you mean only on Republic TV? We are investigating it, so there's not only Republic TV is investigating. What's your problem?
Now that you've
No, you don't want us to do it, right?
You have been investigating for 51 days now.
Rahul Narvekar. Yeah, we are investigating. Because the police is not.
Now that you have been,
the question is,
you have been investigating 51 days.
Yes, I'm investigating. I'll investigate for 51 years if required. What's your problem?
Why do you need the cops?
I don't need the cops.
Arnab, the point is...
That's the point. You're spot on. We don't need the cops. The Supreme Court is going to allow the CBI to investigate the matter. The Supreme Court will not have any faith in the cops. The Supreme Court will have no faith in the cops either. Nobody has faith in the cops. The whole country is looking at the Supreme Court tomorrow.
For another day.
This kind of farce.
The government must have waited for one more day for the petition.
Rahul Narvekar is on the debate. I have viewers. Rahul Narvekar wants to make a point. After that, I want to say something. Yeah, go on. Rahul.
Arnab, does the police want people to come and give statements to the question? If the police has already made up their mind after walking out from the scene of crime, if the police says that this is a case of suicide, what do you expect them to do? What statements are people going to give? So the police seems to have made up their mind. So the question of people going to them and giving statements does not arise.
Viewers, I will play one more clip now.
The Mumbai police so incompetent that they have to wait for people to come to them and give statements.
Viewers, the question is really this, and if I can take a minute. See, I now want to play a second clip. Neelam Katara, this is interesting. Ujjwal Nigam is still listening. Like a seasoned public prosecutor, he's listening to the evidence we are presenting before him. The only difference being the prosecutors have run away. You are not a prosecutor today, Ujjwal Nigam. I put you in the role of a judge, and I present the facts before you.
I must appreciate your efforts as well as the efforts of your investigating team.
Thank you, sir.
I'm just considering this case a large probability, since this case entirely rests upon the circumstantial evidence.
Correct, correct.
Now, it is very clear from the statement of Smita,
yes,
as well as the close friend of the Sushant Singh, to whom your team has interviewed, that one can judge and one can see the conduct of Sushant before the death of Disha and after the death of Disha.
Yes.
This is very material. In a criminal trial, the conduct of victim speaks much volume.
Absolutely.
And also, it gives a strong clue to arrive at a conclusion that who are the culprits. Now, the apprehension after the death of Disha, which was expressed by Sushant Singh, as narrated by Smita, clearly shows, and we can draw an irresistible inference, that Sushant Singh had a reasonable apprehension. He was feeling that his life is in danger at somebody else. And who were those persons, that he did not make clear, but definitely Disha's death has a reasonable connection and nexus with the death of Sushant Singh.
I want to present one clip now.
What do we need here actually?
I want to play one clip now, Smita. Smita, this is an important clip.
If I may comment.
I want to play my next evidence before everyone. Neelam Katara, in this first clip, this is a man who spoke for 22 minutes on the 9th of June with Sushant. I am keeping his identity secret. We provide him witness protection. This man tells me that Sushant was going to do a press conference and bring everything before the media. In this clip, he talks about how Sushant spoke to Sandeep and spoke to him, Sandeep Singh, 50 times in the conversation. He mentioned Sandeep. And therefore, Sandeep knows a lot of things. And then Sushant says that after Disha's last rites, he will do a press conference. And he also said that he does not trust anyone anymore, which means Sushant was very afraid. He did not know who to trust. Let me play this clip. I'll come back to you. Viewers, important clip. Clip 1, please. Reference 1.
Did he say anything with regards to, getting justice for Disha? Did he speak about it?
He was about to. In the morning that when I informed, he was about to. This guy Sandeep, I have no idea who he is, but constantly I think Sandeep was one person that Sushant confided the most, because he used to mention Sandeep like 1,000 times that I've already spoken to Sandeep and I've already spoken to Sandeep. I've already spoken about this to Sandeep. So Sandeep was someone that was informed duly by Sushant on record. Sushant had mentioned his name like 50 times in that span of conversation of 22 minutes. So definitely Sandeep knows a lot of things. This Sandeep is a very mysterious character. He's only one-way communication. I never heard. Whenever I used to ask him, I was like, okay, what is next? Then he's like, I'm planning after the last rites and everything, I'll bring everything I know in front of media. I'll have a press conference. I'll just blurt out everything. I don't trust anyone around. So and he was also talking to his sister. Sushant was very close to his sister. He used to be on call or on messages with his sister.
Okay.
So that was one person Sushant always trusted. I mean, obviously it's her sister, but they shared a different equation altogether, because the parents also, the parents are the only one who can sense something wrong with a child. And Sushant definitely had bad company.
Now Neelam Katara ji, what does Sandeep know? If Sushant claimed to have spoken to Sandeep, why did Sandeep tell me on my program that I was very close to him, but we were not in touch for the last few months?
I know he said that, and he hasn't met him for God knows how many 10 months, he said. But obviously Sushant told him whatever this girl had told him, Disha had told him. and consulted him, and possibly Sandeep told, Ria's going away the next day sort of makes us suspicious that possibly Ria knew, and that sort of led to Ria's quick volte-face and Ria's quick departure from there. So Sandeep did know everything, and Sandeep was communicating with other people who were relevant, I imagine.
And that Sandeep...
Otherwise, how and why did this
interestingly, after that, Sandeep only appears after the news comes out that Sushant is no more. And Sandeep Ashish gives multiple contradictory versions. To me, he says he was at home. But Sanjay Nirupam said, the MP, Sanjay Nirupam said that Sandeep was with him, the ex-MP. Said Sandeep was with him.
How was the body handed over to Sandeep?
How was the body? Who was Sandeep?
Who was Sandeep? How did they hand the body over? How was Sandeep?
Be it Mumbai police, be it the family of Sushant Singh, or be it the Patna police and the doctors, it is a case of suicide. You understand
what
that
suicide are you talking about? Everyone's on absolutely not.
Just because
do you mean to say all these 5
absolutely not?
And they have prepared a false report?
No.
The post-mortem report says it's a case of suicide. No foul play has been detected. There are no injuries. So you are going to say that those 5 doctors have not done their job. The only point now remains is that even when the Patna police has to investigate, they have to investigate whether this is suicide or not.
No, even the family officer knows without any...
Shoaib and Smita.
Until day before, Arnab, you were running debates based on the statements of the Sandeep Singh. You started ridiculing him from yesterday evening on your debates. Now today you have come up with a new friend.
Sandeep.
What is the credibility of these friends who are appearing on Republic TV and coming?
Smita and Shoaib.
He has himself contradicted his own statement so many times. First he says, I did not meet him since 10 months. Then you're hearing he's been calling him after Disha's death. Sushant has himself been taken his name. Then he says, Mahesh Shetty picked me up and then I came to know that Sushant is no more. Then he says, I watched the TV and I went. Then he says, I was with Sanjay Nirupam and then I went.
Smita, that's exactly my point. Can I come in? Can I have?
Let me finish. I have yet not finished. Also about seeing his face. He has 3 versions of it. First, he denies I have not seen his face. Second is in own interview after a couple of days, he says, मुझे इतनी बार उसका चेहरा देखना पड़ा, verify करना पड़ा. It was very painful. Then when Arnab asked him, did you go inside the room? He said, no, I was outside the room. In one version, he says, I was inside the room. In one version, he said, we were actually stopped down only. We were not supposed to be going up. So what is he trying to do? From the day one, I'm saying, from the day one, I'm saying this person is somebody who's been planted there.
Just a minute. Smita, just a minute. How was this officer allowed to be a part of the investigating team after he had committed this big blunder? Wait a minute. I'm talking about the Arushi case.
Wait.
This is a case of suicide. They have filed a complaint in which they are claiming
family can say that, but
DGP Pandey on the show has said it is a case of suicide.
No, he has not said. No, he has not said.
That if the family gets more evidence,
he has said to the contrary. He has said to the contrary. No. 1 minute. 1 minute. Neelamji, let me make a point. Ujjwal Nigam, tell me. I don't know if Ujjwal is still there with us, but here's a point. Our job here has been, Akashdeep, Ved Bhushan, you've not spoken. Our job has been to Ujjwal Nigam to present fresh evidence in the course of our ongoing investigation before the people of India so that the truth comes out. Now, as all this evidence comes out, this is primary information. You cannot take a 1-month-old statement made by someone and force feed it on me, Ujjwal Nigam, saying that I don't care what fresh information comes out. I will stay with what was known 40 days back. 40 days back, Ujjwal Nigam, we had not done an investigation, I agree. My investigation has started more than 3 weeks after the killing. But it has been ongoing for 3 weeks, and in the last 3 weeks I have come out with material. This material cannot be discounted.
Arnab, I do agree with you to some extent. because whatever it was revealed by your investigative team and whatever Mumbai police had found, whether it has completely contradictory that was revealed by your team, this is the number one. Number two, if you find that there is something fishy and some material has been suppressed
show them on it
during the inquiry of the death of the Sushant Singh, then definitely the adverse inference is to be required.
That is the point. That is most critically the point. And I, in the course of my investigation, have tried to stay with the facts, Ujjwal Nigam. I am not going by the plants of the PR companies who are now going ahead saying, can you please put Pitani's version? Can you please put Riya Chakrabarti's version? How can I put the version of people who are conspirators, possible conspirators, and alleged accused in this case? My job is to look at the primary information. My information is, Akashdeep, that Sushant was silenced by those who did not want him to speak. Just like I believe Sunanda Pushkar was also killed by people who did not want her to speak because she was also going to do a press conference. Now please understand, Akashdeep, today, was Sushant killed for what he was about to reveal? Has the Mumbai police investigated what he was about to reveal? Did Sushant make the mistake of trusting someone with the information who used it against him, who did not respect confidentiality, who instead shared that with someone? What information did Sushant have that was so explosive that he felt his life was under threat? Ved Bhushan, you're a former cop, aap jante hain.
Arnav,
Arnav,
I agree with you that the dots are joining. Can I speak, please?
Yeah.
The dots are definitely pointing towards that direction, and I would like to just correct one speaker. I'm sorry, I don't know his name, who seems to be in a hurry to say that when the family has already said it is suicide, why are you reopening everything? I mean,
that is Shoaib.
Information.
That is Ashish.
Information. Ashish, if there are people who are throwing more light, how can you come on a national debate and say what is the value of his friend speaking up? Then who else? People close to him, if they speak up and there is new information, why would you say let's not even give it a hearing?
Friends do not
I think if we are sitting in the investigation chair,
he's suspicious that he might.
No, but if we are sitting on the chair of investigation, I would love more and more information. But if I am sitting on the chair of investigation, I want more and more information.
The Patna police is of the view it's a suicide.
Yes,
they are not of the view it's a suicide, sir.
His name.
I have spoken to Gupteshwar Pandey, who is the DGP, who does not feel it is a suicide. He, to the contrary, believes that there is a connection between Disha and Sushant's murder.
It is not the question. Nobody is making a judgment here. But do not make Bihar police an obstacle in the case.
Today itself he has said this.
No, I think.
And most importantly, there are 5 doctors who have given a postmortem report.
Ashish, you're not getting the point.
Smita.
Ashish, you're not getting the point. The case is not yet closed. The case is not yet closed. Any information is welcome.
Have given the postmortem report. You mean all 5 doctors
Our Chief Minister has said anybody who has information should come forward.
You will believe a random friend whose name is not disclosed.
Why you?
I am not disclosing the name. I have the person's name. One minute. Ashish, be careful of what you say. Ashish, don't teach me journalism. Ashish, the name. 1 minute. Rahul Narvekar is on the debate. Rahul Narvekar is a lawyer here. Rahul, he says, why am I not disclosing the name of the person who Sushant spoke to? Am I not entitled as a journalist to withhold the name of the person?
I am saying the name is not even known to the police. He's a person.
I don't trust the police. I will share it with the CBI. I will share it with the CBI. I don't trust the Mumbai police. I don't trust Parambir Singh. I will share it with the CBI when the CBI investigates. I will share it with the CBI when the CBI investigates.
What is your answer to that?
I consider the Mumbai police to be a party to this crime because they did not take action in this matter when they should have. I am under no obligation to share this with the Mumbai police. I will share it with the CBI. I will share it, but with the CBI.
You are under, if you know anything about an offense,
I will share it with who I want. Who are you to force me?
Why will you not disclose?
I don't trust Uddhav's government in this matter. I don't trust the Mumbai police. I will share my information with the CBI.
And no one is answering. What about 5 doctors? You are bringing some unknown people on your television and who's putting all kinds of stories. And why are you not?
I have put primary information.
Doctors have said it's a case of suicide.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
This information
Ashish, we are as unknown as you, and we have a point of view which you also have.
Choice. Post-mortem report.
What are you saying,
Ashish? Earlier also, this will
Arnab,
not be the first post-mortem report to be compromised if it is found that.
Well,
So,
Rahul Narvekar, instead of pointing, I am doing 1 minute, Ashish, wait a minute. I would like to bring Rahul into this. I am telling you, I am a responsible journalist, heading a responsible network, and I am completely entitled, I believe, in putting out information and not disclosing the identity of the individual giving me the information. If I feel that disclosing it that time is going to compromise the investigation because I do not believe the CBI. The day that I can also put the information privately to the CBI tomorrow, I can share it with the CBI director. I will. But don't tell me why am I not giving the name on national television because I don't trust the agent. Because I don't trust the Mumbai police with it.
You don't trust Mumbai police, you don't trust Patna police, you don't trust CBI. Then you only
trust the Supreme Court, and
it's very simple.
Should the Supreme Court ask me to share this information of who my source was today, who I put out? I assure you, I will share it with the Supreme Court and CBI, but I will not share it with the Mumbai police. The Mumbai police will take the information from me and use it against the interest of justice. Neelam wants to say something, everyone's on, but I'd like to go to Rahul Narvekar first. This is incredible. You question us?
The Mumbai police take that officer off the investigation who had already decided it was suicide before he began an inquiry.
Yes, how much time?
They have made us doubt them. And now, I mean, even now they have the same officer.
Yes,
It's
Rahul
shameful.
Narvekar.
Arnab, I am amazed at the approach of Ashish and the whole gang trying to support the cover-up. Why do they expect Arnab Goswami and the rest of the media to come and investigate this matter and give statements?
I am not gang. I am not part of gang of cover-up. I am giving legal position.
Have they? 1 minute.
The legality of this
now listen to
is
me.
doubtful.
Your legal position is rubbish. It's
The
absolutely
post-mortem
wrong.
report, you are not
Has
even
the Mumbai
answering on
police
that.
issued a
You are
summons for
conveniently
witness?
skipping
Have
the
they called
post-mortem
upon
report.
Arnab Goswami to ask him about the facts? No, they haven't. Why? What is the Mumbai police doing? Have they issued a summons to Arnab to come and give a statement in this behalf? No, they haven't. Why do you expect him to go to the police? Can you tell me under CRPC, while they were investigating, wouldn't it be required for them to summon a person whom they think has information about the case? Why is the Mumbai police sleeping? And they are purposely not summoning people because they don't want to get the fact
under the
on
law,
record.
if any
They don't
person
want
has
to get the
any
truth
knowledge
on
about
record.
commission of offence or about
I am
the
saying
evidence,
again, I
he is
don't
under an
trust the
obligation
as an
to
independent
report to the
citizen.
police.
Under the
If you
law,
don't know that,
Sumit Verma, Sumit Verma, Sumit Verma and Vedji have not spoken.
CRPC, you are under an obligation to report it to the police.
I am under no obligation to report it to a police who I don't trust.
He's talking about that one person.
I'll have to take a short break. I have to come back. I know Sumit and Ved have not spoken much, but I'll have to take a break and come back. So Sumit and Ved, please come back with me on the debate. I will share the information, but I will share the information with the Central Bureau of Investigation. I will not share the information with the Mumbai police. I don't trust them. Viewers, I have much more evidence. I'll see you on the other side.